What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Panda here, and today I bring you another video for Knighthood. Now, there's been a lot of video requests you guys have asked me about, and I'm going to do one of those video requests today, and that is, what exactly do I do in the Shrine of Heroes? Now, this is something I've been asked multiple times, whether it's in my Discord, in personal messages, or even on a couple comments in some of my other videos. And so we're going to go over my general consensus for what the Shrine of Heroes is for and what I recommend using it for. So first off, you can get through the Shrine of Heroes by clicking the Go To option right here. You can also find the different shrines in the Explore area. They're all over the place. You'll be able to access them. So for example, if I go here to Realm of Fire, simply because I know exactly where this one is, you can work your way over here, maybe, and you'll see you have access to the Realm of Fire Shrine of Heroes, and you have to beat a couple different battles in order to get to it. But the fastest way to get to it is simply by clicking Go To and the Shrine of Heroes in this option. This will bring up the Highguard, Myrfen, White Peak, and Realm of Fire, of course, once you've unlocked them. In order to unlock them, like I said, you just have to beat the battles up to the shrine, and then you'll be able to access them from this Go To option. Now, at first, the Shrine of Heroes looks like a place to get experience, and that's not necessarily wrong, as you are going to get experience. As you can see, you get 480, 640, 800, all the way up to 21,600 experience, which makes these very good for experience. However, the main reason is if you look at these bonus rewards here, you get a lot of really good things like Drops of Generosity, Super Speed Core, Logical Tomes, Dagaz, Lawful Tomes, Torches, all things that are phenomenal for early, mid, and even late game progression. So here is how I personally do the Shrine of Heroes, and then I'll give you a couple tips that I'm going to offer for what to do if you don't want to do the method that I do. So personally, what I do is I come in here and I just do 15 minutes. And the reason I do this is because it's going to guarantee that I'm able to get all 5 of my shrines done every single day for every single area. So I come in here and I pick the 15-minute ones, and I just build up as many of these rewards as I can. Now, this is an important piece of information that I want to share with you next. If I come here to my White Peaks, you'll see that the minimum hero level is level 20. Now, in order to guarantee that I get this reward, I need to have a character that is at least 10 levels above. So, for example, here with a level 25, I only have a 75% chance at getting this torch. However, if I come and I put in my Ninjuro, I have a 100% chance. Now, of course, I recommend getting experience as well as the highest percentage. So if you have something at level 28 or 29, you'll have 80 to 90% success chance. Probably not a bad decision if it's going to also give you experience. However, when you're at the point where I am and I have nothing that can use experience at this rank, I'm going to guarantee I get the extra reward. Of course, we come down here as well, and we have the Realm of Fire, and of course, I only have one character at level 40, and none of my other characters need experience, so I'm going to pick Vordry to guarantee myself this tome. Now, this is personally what I do for the Shrine of Heroes. However, there are a couple things that are important to know. For example, there are side quests as you progress through the games that do require you to do certain shrines. Specifically, there is one that requires you to do 10, not 9, not 11, but 10 16-hour red shrines, which is a pretty big deal. And so my little tip here for this is to do 4 15 minutes, and before you go to sleep, do 1 in each area that you can. Of course, you're not going to be able to do 1 in all of them. Like, for example, I still can't do any red in here. I can rarely do these even 6-hour ones here. But do as many of these red quests as you can at the end of the day before you go to sleep. That will allow you to slowly but surely accumulate your 10 red shrines for that side quest. Now, the second little piece of information I want to give you, and this is something that I also personally do, is before I go to sleep, I do one 6-hour quest in all of the areas. The reason I do this is because it's going to, more likely than not, it's going to give me a better reward. Second, it's going to give me more experience. And thirdly, I'm not wasting any time because I'm going to sleep for 6 to 8 hours. Therefore, when I wake up, I'll be very close, if not slightly past, the time it takes me to complete this shrine. Now, the only time I would do this, the only time I would not do this is, for example, in this case here, where Improved Potion of Recovery is okay, but I don't really need it that much. I never find myself running into an issue where I need Potions of Recovery. And I would prefer this Holy Tome over this Potion of Recovery, in which case I would just go ahead and do this 15-minute one. However, most of the time, for example, if I come down here, torches are great, but Lawful Tomes are a little harder to come by, so I would probably do this Lawful Tome quest. Same thing here, Logical Tomes are great, but Super Speed Cores are much harder to come by, so I would probably do this one instead. And that's kind of how I decide, is simply based off of what you need. In this case here, I would do Vulcanite bars and this yellow and this orange one because it has the same reward as the 15 minutes, but it has more experience, and I'm not losing anything by putting this in here. I'm only gaining a bunch of experience, because keep in mind, this experience is for both characters in here. So I'm not getting 640, I'm getting 1,280, which is almost 3 times the amount of experience I get from the first 15-minute quest. So guys, that is kind of my general ideas, my general consensus on how I do the Shrine of Heroes. If you guys have any comments, questions, or if you guys do something a little bit different, let me know in the comment section below. I'm always open to learning more. I think it's not a good day until you've learned something new. So hopefully you guys watch these videos and you learn some new stuff, and so you can have yourself a good day. However, this is personally how I do this. I have one small little tip as well, and that is for those of you who are a little, I'm going to say, mid to getting close to the end game. And by what I mean by that is basically once you've unlocked the Realm of Fire area, I'm going to recommend that you stop using your experience scrolls on your characters that are level 30 and above. And the reason why I recommend this is because you're going to run to the point where you're not going to have any characters like me who actually need experience from these quests. And so you're going to be wasting a lot of experience and scrolls as well getting these characters leveled up. So my recommendation for you is, once you get a character to level 30 and you can use that character in the Shrine of Heroes and Realm of Fire, stop using experience scrolls on them and just put them in the Realm of Fire Shrine. You're going to be getting 13,000 experience up to 5 times a day for that character. That's looking at 65,000, give or take, experience a day, which is a huge amount. That's, I want to say it's about 1.5 levels for most of the 30 to 35 bracket, and 2 to 3 levels of the 35 to 40 bracket. I don't have the numbers right in front of me, but it is a pretty quick way to get experience. And if you can do the orange quality one for 6 hours at the end of the day, you'll get even more experience at 17,280 for both characters involved, which is phenomenal. So guys, like I said, that is pretty much all of the information I have for you guys for this Shrine of Heroes. I do have one more thing that's slightly not related to the Shrine of Heroes, but it's something that I want to put in here because it's information that I think is important, as I just found an issue. Now you're probably thinking, Panda, why aren't you using the Maverick Gauntlet? Well, let me explain why. There is a little bit of a bug here, which is not surprising, and that is if you use an emulator to play this game. It's already been explained to us that this game is not 100% usable on an emulator, and unfortunately one of the most important parts of the game is not usable when it comes to the emulators. And so this is just a quick PSA at the end of this video for everybody. It's very, very important. If you're using an emulator, you cannot farm the Maverick Gauntlet on an emulator. You can't do it. I've been farming the Maverick Gauntlet. I used 22 torches 3 days ago now to farm the Maverick Gauntlet, and I got 0 progression because it wasn't recording my punches. This is a huge deal. Definitely be careful. I have also heard from multiple people in my Discord that this is also the case on certain Android devices. So please, please, please make sure you are doing the Maverick Gauntlet farming correctly. I'm going to quickly give you guys a brief overview of how you should be doing it. You should be going into the Kren Rockjaw farm in the Monster Cave, entering it in with 2 healers, preferably Titania and Inara. You could use another one, of course, but Titania and Inara are probably the best. You should be using as many punches as possible and healing with Inara's base and Titania's rage as often as possible to keep yourself alive and allow for Kren to build up more heals. Now, we've done some more testing, and the real quick synopsis is 12 to 13 minutes in each stage will allow you to get the maximum amount of punches without running out of time. Once you're on the 3rd stage and you are either A, about to die, or B, about to reach the 13-minute mark, you have to hit the pause button in the top right corner and manually exit the match in order for your punches to be counted without getting a win in the Monster Cave. I always recommend to check your punches every 3 or 4 entries, because that's when you're going to start seeing a moderate jump. As you can see here, I am just a little bit over halfway to the Maverick Gauntlet now, and I farmed, I want to say I was a little bit past the 5 today before I started, so I farmed a pretty decent amount today, but I definitely should be done, but of course that little bug messed it up for me. But guys, that's just a real quick PSA at the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed both the shrine information as well as a small tip at the end of the video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. If you guys like this content and you want to see more content by me, please make sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon to the right of it so you can be notified when my content goes live. Our current goal is 2,000 subs. We've already almost made it to 1,600, which is phenomenal in just a couple days, so keep them coming. Also, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, like I said, leave them in the comment section below. And if you liked the video, hit that like button. If you didn't like it, there's a button for you too. It's called the dislike button. It's okay if you hit that. Alright guys, that is it for me today. I hope to see you guys in the next video. And please, 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 please enjoy the end screen.